The architecture of the dusk is built in layers, in the gradient, the silt of light settling toward the dark. Each color in its place, each lingering spark of gold before it's swallowed by the blue. It swallows everything before the true and final dark arrives. I've studied this, the architecture of the dusk, pure bliss. The architecture of dusk, layer by layer. The architecture of dusk, a quiet prayer of color into darkness, into night. The architecture of dusk, the last light. The architecture of dusk is holding everything we've been slowly unfolding into night, into the music's arms. The architecture of dusk, all its charms on full display before the dark completes. The architecture of dusk, where color meets the night and makes the structure of the change. The architecture of dusk, the exchange. Every culture has its ritual at dusk. The call to prayer, the end of work, the busk of music at the corner when the day releases everyone to find their way into the night, into the architecture of transition that the dusk constructs between the two great states of light and dark. The architecture of dusk, it's mark. I wanna build my life like this transition, with the same deliberate and clear ambition of the dust that knows exactly what it's doing when it moves from gold to blue to the pursuing dark of night. Each stage considered, each color given its own moment, each layer of the architecture placed with care, with beauty, never haste. The architecture of dusk, my guide. The architecture of dusk is holding everything we've been slowly unfolding into night, into the music's arms. The architecture of dusk, all its charms on full display before the dark completes. The architecture of dusk, where color meets the night and makes the structure of the change. The architecture of dusk, the exchange. The architecture of dusk, complete, everything in its place, everything neat, gold into blue, into the dark. Architecture of dusk, leaving its mark on everything that comes after. The music, the night, the laughter of the late hours, all of it built on the architecture of dusk. No guilt in the ending, only beginning. Only beginning. I wanna tell you about everything that stayed when all the other things were swept and frayed away by time and by the ordinary loss of things we hold too lightly at the cost of never really knowing what we had, until the staying thing was all we had. And it was more than enough, it was the most important thing to stay in the close. Everything that stayed is what I love. Everything that stayed, push comes to shove, and what remains is what was always real. Everything that stayed, this is what I feel. Gratitude for everything that didn't leave. Everything that stayed, I still believe in what it means to have a thing that holds. Everything that stayed, worth more than gold. The music stayed when other things had gone. The late night and its faithfulness stayed on. The particular feeling of an hour past midnight, the surrendered kind of power that comes from having given up the day. Everything that stayed, the only way I've made it through the difficult and long periods. Everything that stayed, this song. We celebrate departure and the bold, the leaver and the changer, but the old and faithful staying is its own kind of brave. Everything that stayed, the ones who gave their constancy without a need for praise. Everything that stayed through all the days and nights, the music and the low and true. Everything that stayed, it's me and you. Everything that stayed, thank you. Everything that stayed, I knew you would, and you did, and here we are. Everything that stayed this far. Feelings I have never found the words for. The specific ache of a particular door closing somewhere distant that you barely heard. The feeling that exists before a word is a sign to it, the unnamed things that live in the chest that the music brings into presence without naming them. All the unnamed things, the requiem. All the unnamed things, they live here. All the unnamed things in the clear space of music when a word can reach. All the unnamed things beyond speech. All the unnamed things inside the sound. All the unnamed things that can be found in the bass and in the space between. All the unnamed things that felt the scene, but unsayable, the ones that live below the language. All the things that give themselves to music but resist the name. All the unnamed things, they're all the same. The Portuguese have saudade for the ache of absence. The Germans have firmly for the sake of distance longed for. But my language has no word for half of what the music does to me in certain hours, certain keys. The unnamed things, the unnamed melodies, a feeling that I cannot translate out of music. All the unnamed things feel all the unnamed things most real. Distance between stars is measured in light that travels years to reach us through the night. So what we see is old, is what once was. The sky is history, the sky because of this is never current, never now. The stars we navigate by somehow already dead in some cases. Between stars, vast and true. Distance between stars, distance between stars. Me and you, separated by the light years of distance between stars. Still between stars, the light. I used to think that distance was the enemy of everything I wanted, that the remedy for longing was proximity alone. But the stars have taught me something of their own. At any cost. night keeps things the day would throw away, the softer versions of ourselves that stay hidden in the light, too raw, too real, too much of what we actually feel to show and be exposed and watch daytime. The night keeps these for us until the climb back to the dark when we can be again the people that the night remembers then. What the night keeps, it keeps well. What the night keeps, only night can tell. The secrets of the people that it holds. What the night keeps, the night unfolds. What the night keeps, I have given it every version of myself that fits. Only in the dark, only past midnight, everything built to last. Only in the night's particular care. What the night keeps, I left it there. The honest and the raw and the true. What the night keeps, me and you. The night is the original confessor, the oldest and the most reliable dresser of wounds, the one who hears without the need to fix, without a doubt that what you bring it is enough. The night receives all kinds of stuff from all kinds of people, and it holds what the night keeps, the night unfolds. I've left things with the night I couldn't carry into morning, things too ordinary for extraordinary daylight to contain, too specific, too particular, a pain or joy. The night keeps both with equal care. The grief and the exquisite keeps them where the music plays and the bass line runs. What the night keeps, everyone. What the night keeps, mine to claim. Every version of my honest name, safe inside the dark until I need. What the night keeps, planted like a seed. We survive on borrowed warmth more than we know, the warmth that radiates from a stove, the glow of someone else's lamp across the way, the borrowed warmth of a coat left to stay around your shoulders without asking why, the borrowed warmth beneath the shared night sky. I've been living on borrowed warmth for years. It's kept me going through the warmth and tears. Borrowed warmth, given free. Borrowed warmth, what kept me standing in the coldest times. Borrowed warmth, the warmest rhymes. Borrowed warmth, take what's given. Borrowed warmth, you're still living on the warmth that others share. Borrowed warmth, beyond compare, the warmth we borrow from a song. Borrowed warmth, we belong to the warmth of everything shared. Borrowed Borrowed warmth is simple. Every warm thing leaves a gentle dimple in the temperature surrounds it. Every warm thing leaves warmth around it. For a while the chair retains the heat of the person who just left their seat. For hours sometimes borrowed warmth remains. Long after the source has moved on, it sustains. I've been leaving warmth in every room I fill with my particular temperature I built. A trail of borrowed warmth behind me through the years, and somewhere someone walked into a room I left and felt a trace of warmth I didn't know I'd left in place. Borrowed warmth travels forward through the time. Borrowed warmth, yours became mine. Borrowed warmth, pass it on. Borrowed warmth, never gone, just moving through. From warm to warm, borrowed warmth, bright in the storm. A lumen is the unit of light that flows from a single source, the measure of the glows. We live inside without quite counting them. The lamp, the screen, each Jerusalem of brightness in the ordinary dark. Each one its own particular lumen mark. And you have always had your own count, a lumen that I've never been without. Lumen, measuring the glow. Lumen, everything I know about light comes from you. Lumen, bright and true. Lumen, you are bright enough for all the dark, for all the rough and lightless corners of my life. Lumen, cutting through the strife of dimness of the ordinary gray. Lumen, lighting up my day and every night and every low. Lumen, everywhere I go. The architects design for lumen carefully. They measure how the light will fall and see which rooms will feel expansive, which will close in on themselves when the right lumen flows into them, or doesn't. All of this, from how we count the light, the genesis of every beautiful space begins with lumen, where the light comes in. I've been measuring the lumen in my life, counting the bright ones, counting through the strife of darker periods, the low lumen days when everything exists inside a haze of not enough light. But the music adds its own particular lumens to the bad and lightless rooms and makes them something more than dark. The music is a lumen and a door. a dark place glow. There are flowers that only open in the dark. The night blooming jasmine makes its mark. Only after 10, the moonflower waits for the last of the light before it creates its bloom. For the moths that come at night, for the pollinators of low light. Midnight botany, its own world. Only after dark the night unfurled. Midnight botany, blooming low. Midnight botany, in the glow of something other than the sun. Midnight botany has just begun. Midnight botany, bloom for me. Midnight botany, finally free. By nature, tending to the particular stature of things that only grow in the low light of the late and quiet and the right conditions of the after hours mind. The ideas and the feelings I find only after midnight, only when the day is gone and I am here again. The night blooming serious flowers once a year for a single night and disappears back into being a plain succulent the rest of the time. Midnight botany, bloom, bloom, night, midnight, midnight botany, in the right conditions, in the dark, in the low. Midnight botany, watch it grow. My life moves in tidal hours in and out of clarity and of the blurring doubt of what I want and what I have and where the line falls between contentment and despair. But like the tide, it always comes back in. The clarity, the next beginning. After the retreat, after the low. Tidal hours, the ebb and the flow. Tidal hours, going out. Tidal hours, coming back without fail, without exception, without end. Tidal hours, always round the bend. Tidal hours, I am learning you, the pattern of the low and the breakthrough of the high, the rhythm of the give. Tidal hours, this is how I live. Tidal hours, in and always in tune. People read a clock, they know the full cathedral of the tidal hours. When to go, when to rest, when to let the flow do the work, and when to push against the current, when to be most dense with effort, and when just to let the sea carry them. Tidal hours, that's me. I used to fight the tidal nature of my days. I wanted constant high, I wanted always the peak of clarity, the height of knowing. But now I understand the going out is just as necessary as the in, the ebb as valuable as the begin. Again, the tidal hours are the shape of how a life is truly meant to take. Tidal hours, in and out. Tidal hours, what I'm all about. Moving with the moon, moving with the sea. Tidal hours, setting me free. The stone is patient in a way that changed. My daily urgency never claims more time than it has. It simply waits through every weather, through the alternates of hot and cold, of wet and dry, of all the million years of everything, the fall of empires and the rise of what comes next. The stone is patient, I am the one perplexed. Patience of stone, learn slow. Patience of stone, let the worry go into the deep time of the rock. Patience of stone, reset the clock. The patience of stone is what I need. The patience of stone, no urgent speed, just a long, slow knowing of the ground. The patience of stone in every sound that takes its time to reach me. In the bass that holds its note, that holds its place beyond what seems sustainable. The stone, the patience of stone, I am not alone. The geologist reads time in rock faces, a million years between two places. In the stratum reads the whole deep history of Earth, in the patient mystery of layer after layer. Time made solid, time made visible, time made solid and available for reading. I want the patience of stone, I want to haunt. but nothing is urgent in the long game of stone in a mountain and of the deep. Geological time that doesn't keep our particular appointments, doesn't care about our quarterly results. The prayer stone is patience, patience, patience. Still the patience of stone. It always will. Patience of stone. Teach me your way. Patience of stone. I want to stay in the long time in the deep. And why? Patience of stone. Everything inside. Grief has its own particular frequency, the tone that runs through everything I see. Since you have been gone from this address of life, this place, this beautiful mess, I find it in the music, in the low register. I find it in the slow build of the track. At night I feel the frequency of grief, profoundly real. Frequency of grief, low and long. Frequency of grief in every song. Not a bad thing, not the worst. Frequency of grief, the universe. The frequency of grief runs through the night, running through the music and the light of every late hour, every track that pulls the thing I'm missing back into focus, into feel. The frequency of grief is real and beautiful in how it keeps. The frequency of grief, what love reaps. They say that grief is just love with nowhere left to go, and I have felt it there in the precise place where you used to be. The frequency of everything you gave me, still running at the same register, still looking for the listener. It always had the frequency persist, long after what produced it exists. I've been letting the music tune into the frequency of grief, the residue of love that doesn't have a place to land. I've been letting the baseline understand what I cannot explain in ordinary speech. The frequency of grief that's out of reach of words, but not of music, not of the low and honest register where feelings go. Frequency of grief play on long after everything is gone, into morning, into day. Frequency of grief, you stay. soft evidence of being here. A coffee ring, a song, the atmosphere of you still in the room an hour later. The particular warmth, the creator of impressions in the cushion where you sat. The soft evidence of this and that, of your specific presence in my space. The soft evidence, the gentle trace. Soft evidence you were here. Soft evidence now clear in every small and gentle sign. Soft evidence yours and mine. Soft evidence of you in this room. The particular warmth, particular perfume of your presence still here after you've gone. Soft evidence holding on to the shape of you, the weight. Soft evidence, never too late to know that someone loved this space. Soft evidence, leaving a trace. The forensic scientist read evidence hard, but I prefer the soft kind. Every shot of warmth you left behind, every slight impression of your being here tonight. The way the air still holds your particular temperature, the molecular evidence of you, the soft and real. Soft evidence of everything I feel. Lovely soft evidence everywhere. The particular adjustment of a chair to fit the way someone prefers to sit. The record left out, the small permit of a life beside another life. The soft evidence of joyful strife, of two people sharing a small space. Soft evidence, the warmest grace. Soft evidence you were real. Soft evidence, everything I feel is written in the gentle signs you left. Soft evidence, never bereft. Be constant as water, not a stone. Water finds its way, stone stays alone. In its single form, its chosen place. Water moves through every available space and never loses what it is while doing so. It adapts its shape but not its flow. Constant as water, that's the way to move through every kind of day. Constant as water, finding the way. Constant as water, every day. Changing shape, but not the essence. Constant as water, constant presence. Constant as water, moving through every obstacle. Me and you, finding the way around the storm. Constant as water, never alone. In its nature, never lost. Constant as water, whatever the cost of changing form to find a path. Constant as water, the aftermath insisting on the single how of getting somewhere less attached to form, more willing to go around the storm rather than through it, more inclined to find the lower path, the easier kind. The water knows without a map to guide, constant as water moving with the tide. Water doesn't argue with the mountain, it finds the path around the fountain. Route the lowest viable way, and it will get there, come what may, with exactly the same patience every time. It doesn't need a reason or a rhyme, it just persists, and that persistence carves the canyon that persistence starves. Constant as water, flow on through. Constant as water, find your way to where you're going, slow and short. Constant as water, nothing more. Every year I think this is the last warm season, and then the next one comes without a reason to believe it will, and yet it does. The warmth returns and always was going to return, but in the cold I can't quite trust it, can't quite grant the winter that the warmth will come again. I hoard the last warm season against the rain, the last warm season, hold it close. The last warm season matters most because the cold is always near. The last warm season, keep it here. The last warm season, don't let go of the heat before the first real snow, of everything before the cold. The last warm season, worth more than gold. The last warm season, every day is borrowed from the cold. I'll stay inside the warmth until it leaves. The last warm season, before November grieves. We had a last warm season, you and I, a final summer stretching toward the sky, before the cold thing came between our days, before we lost each other in the haze of autumn, of the cooling of the shift. I didn't know to call it the last gift of warmth. I thought the seasons would return. The last warm season, still I learn. Pay attention to the last warm evening, when the temperature is barely leaving summer behind, when it's still warm enough to sit outside and feel the stuff of summer on the air. That's the one to memorize before it's done, before the cold comes settling in to stay. The last warm season slips away. Last warm season, fading slow. Last warm season, watching it go, holding on to every degree. Last warm season, stay with me. Before the city wakes, there is an hour that belongs to no one, neither the power of the night nor the ambition of the day. An hour held in a kind of gray and golden suspension, buses not yet running. The particular silence, still and stunning, of a city holding its collective breath. Before the city wakes, before the next. Before the city wakes, I'm here. Before the city wakes, it's clear. For just a moment, just an hour. Before the city wakes, this power. Before the city wakes, this time is mine. The music and the rhyme of the almost morning, the not yet day. Before the city wakes, I stay inside the music, inside the last of the night. Before the present and the past switch over, before the new day claims. Before the city wakes, everything the same. The bakers know this hour, and the ones who clean the streets before the morning runs. Across the cobblestones, the early shift of those who make the city's daily gift. A function and available to all. The pre-dawn workers answer every call. Before the city wakes, they've been away. Before the city wakes, for our sake. I've been sitting in this hour alone, with music that was made for this alone. The in-between of the night almost done, and the morning not quite having begun. This liminal and precious slice of time that only insomniacs and the sublime sleepless poets and the city's quiet workers know. Before the city wakes, before the glow. Before the city wakes, stay still. Before the city wakes, the thrill of having all the silence as my own. Before the city wakes, not alone. There's an undertow beneath the ordinary, a current pulling at the temporary arrangements of my days. It pulls below the surface of the plan, the things I know I should be doing toward the low and honest place where all the real things go. And they're tired of pretending to be less than everything, the undertow of yes, undertow of everything I feel, undertow of everything that's real, pulling me below the surface now, undertow, teaching me how. The undertow of everything is here, pulling at the ordinary sheet, weight of what I carry and I keep. come crashing. It's the cave of current running back beneath the foam. The invisible pull toward the home of open water. The return that every breaking wave must turn. I feel it every time the music plays. The undertow of everything always. I've been swimming against the undertow for years, exhausting myself below the surface, trying to stay in place against the current's patient pulling embrace. But now I understand the undertow is not the enemy. It only goes to where the feeling lives, to where the real version of myself waits. The undertow everything take me everything take me everything take me undertow of everything take me to the place that's waiting to remake me into something truer than before. Undertow of everything and more. My resting pulse is slower than it used to be. I learned it from the music, learned to be less urgent in the rhythm of my days, to find a slower tempo for the waves. I move through everything to let the beat drop lower to discover the complete and particular piece of the slow pulse, the meditative tempo